Then the next question will first go to Mr. Smith. And it has to do with a Senate bill that has been introduced. And if you'll bear with me, I'm going to read to you a brief paragraph of the summary of the bill so you'll be aware. Senate Bill 193, if you're keeping track, creates the Oil, Gas, and Timber Leasing Board and grants the board authority to enter into leases for the drilling for oil or gas or the harvesting of timber on any state land. The Oil, Gas, and Timber Leasing Board will consist of the Chief of the Division of Forestry, the Chief of the Division of Mineral Resources, and the remaining 3 members appointed by the governor. A member representing the oil and gas industries, a member representing the timber industry, and a member representing a statewide environmental advocacy organization. The question is, what is your view on the proposed legislation which gives the oil, gas, and timber industries authority to grant leases for drilling and logging in Ohio state parks and nature preserves? Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm. This law sounds like a great idea if you're a lobbyist trying to make money. Look, it's not as if we don't have logging on state land right now. And I certainly haven't heard of any massive oil reserves sitting under East Fork Lake. Essentially, this bill pulls this leasing control away from the agencies that currently control the land. And they give it to this Oil, Gas, and Timber Board. Now just think about if this board were in place today. We'd have 2 hand-picked, Taft hand-picked agency heads, an oil lobbyist, a timber lobbyist, and 1 lone environmental advocate. Unless these leases are for digging up rare coins, I don't think this is a good idea. If this whole question is about drilling in Lake Erie, I've seen some estimates that at most Lake Erie gas would provide 2% of Ohio needs. This bill is just a bad idea. Ohio is known for its beautiful parks and nature preserves, and I'm not willing to give that up just to make a quick buck.
Mr. Schuler?
Well, the first position I ever had that was a public thing that I volunteered for was to be on a park board. And a couple years ago, the Ohio Parks Association gave me their Legislator of the Year award. And for a year, I worked on issue 1 implementation legislation when I was not in office as a legislator to use the funds for the Clean Ohio, $37.5 million, to increase parks. So I'm certainly not in favor of destroying what we have. We're never going to have any more land. And parks are a real gem of Ohio. We have a lot of beautiful state parks, so we can't do anything to endanger those parks. I talked to the folks that sponsored Senate Bill 193. I think there were 3 legislators, a fellow named Armbruster being the lead sponsor. And after he introduced this bill and got input from several people, constituents, and also other people throughout the state, he decided that it wasn't a good idea either, and he's not going to promote it at all. So the bill's not going to go anywhere at all. There may be, again, if gas prices, natural gas prices go way up, or oil prices go way up again, somebody else might introduce this bill. But that's a good thing to have bills come out, have discussion on things. I don't think that there's much support for this bill. I certainly don't support it.
Thank you. 30 seconds?
No, thank you.